Welcome to the midterm exam review. In this video, we're going to do problems 40 through 43. So let's start with number 40. I'm going to factor these problems, which means I'm going to set it up so that for this one, I know there's going to be x in the front, and then the factors of 63 that'll make a 16 are 7 and 9. So I just put those in the back. Let's remember that if you were to FOIL this, that would make your x squared. This 9x and this 7x make 16. Let me change that real quick. And then 7 times 9 makes 63. So now I know I have the right answer. Okay, so let's do it again for 41. However, I noticed that these are multiples of 4. So if I go ahead and factor out a 4 first, it would look like this. Now, remember that when you're doing factoring, you need to show all the factors. So I need to leave the 4 out the front while I'm doing the problem, and it will be part of my answer. So again, I'm going to set it up. Okay, I'll put my x's in the front, and the factors of 20 that'll make 9 are 4 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to put 4 here, and I'm going to check it. So that'll make 5, and that'll make 4, so that's 9x. And then 4 and 5 make 20, so I know I have the right answer. Okay. All right, let's try the next problem. For 42, it's a little bit different. So let's say that I go ahead and set it up. Remember, we have a 5 in the front, so we don't know how the numbers are going to be arranged. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 5 in the front and a 1, basically because I know the factors of 5 are going to be 5x and x, okay? And so I went ahead and put the 1x just so that you could see that that was a 1. Now the factors of 15 are 5 and 3, and also 1 and 5. Let's try 5 and 3 first. Okay, so if I do this and I got 15 and 5, 15 and 5, if I add that together, it'll make 20, and if I subtract it, it'll make 10. So those do not work because I need to make 22. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's put 5 and 3 on the other sides. So we're just going to switch them. Now I've got 25 and 3. Well, 25 and 3 make 28. But if I subtract it, that'll make 22. So that'll work. So what I need to do is put a minus in front of the 5, so it'll make a negative 25, and a plus in front of the 3, so that'll make a positive 3, which will give me a negative 22. And if I check, I see I've got 5x, I have 15, and then I've got the 22 in the middle. Okay, now, for some of you, you already see how that works. Okay, but if you need a little trick to do this, then we use the trick where you put a 5 in on both places, okay, and then you divide out a 5 at the end. Okay, so if you did that, then you would take your 15 and your 5, 15, and that would be a negative, and then you would times it, times 5, and that would make negative 75. And the factors that make 75 are 25 and 3, which if you make that a negative, it'll make a negative 22 in the middle. Okay, so then I would put a negative 25 in one spot and a 3 in another spot. And then remember to divide. So you would divide here, and you can't take a 5 out of 3, so we would divide here and here, which would give you a 5 right here, or x minus 5 would be your answer. Okay, so that is the answer for 42. 5x plus 3 times x minus 5. Okay, now let's do 43. So what you've got here is the a difference of squares. Okay, it's a special one where if you take and set up your factoring, and then what is the square root of 64? Well, the square root of 64 is 8. Okay, now so the answer to this problem is x plus 8, x minus 8. Now, a lot of people try to use the same trick when there's a plus in the middle. That's why it's called a difference of squares, because you can't do it with a plus. If you did it with this, it would be x plus 8, x plus 8. And well, that makes a 16x in the middle, so that's never going to work. Okay, so be careful when you see these problems. They must have, it should actually, for our class, it should say something like an x squared, or something in the front that can be square rooted, and something in the back here that can be square rooted, and then there's a minus in the middle. All right, okay, that's it for this video. Check out the other videos for this review. Let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.